Samir Bhavnani, someone who can take Darman's already bad life lessons and make them 10 times worse. How he does it is just beyond me. So if you don't know who Samir Bhavnani is, he pretty much copies off of Darman and makes these life lessons, supposedly life lessons, even though they're not really life lessons, and he makes them worse than Darman's videos. If you sat me in a chair and said you have to pick one option to watch all of Darman's videos or watch all of Samir Bhavnani's videos, I would pick watching all of Darman's videos because at least Darman's videos are at least somewhat entertaining to watch, even though they're cringe and unrealistic. They're still sometimes entertaining to watch. Samir Bhavnani's videos are just downright bad. So today we're going to be taking a look at a bad one, already bad. Teacher takes a huge poop on student's essay. What happens next? Samir Bhavnani. Bit of a weird title, and he had to add that huge in the title. He couldn't just say teacher takes a poop on a student's essay. He had to say teacher takes a huge poop on a student's essay. He had to get that huge in there. But without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so I did skip the beginning minute of this video because it is very weird. Pretty much what you missed is this guy, Mr. Shitoshi, I think his name is. He was being bullied by two kids, and one of the kids takes a huge poop on him. So that's what you missed, and I'll also be cutting some parts out of this video because they're just very weird in my opinion, and I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube for putting something inappropriate in one of my videos. So I just don't want to get banned from YouTube. So I'll be cutting some parts out of this video, so you won't miss much, honestly. I mean, it's Samir Bhavnani. It's not like we're watching a Steven Spielberg movie where you have to see every minute. It's Samir Bhavnani. So let's continue.
Mr. Shin? Everything okay?
Oh, sorry, Eric. I got distracted reading your essay. Thank you for turning in this extra credit about the art museum. I'm glad you went.
Thanks. I hope it helps out my grade, even though I joined the school late.
How are you liking it here so far?
It's great. It's only my second day, and the students are really nice. What about my essay distracted you?
Ah, it's silly. Your name, Lebowski.
Okay, so what you also missed was this kid's father was Lebowski, who took a poop on Mr. Shitoshi's head when he was a kid 30 years ago, and apparently this is his kid, so it like distracted him or something. So just to explain that.
Lebowski, what are you doing? Stop, Tim! Let me go! Stop! No, Lebowski, no! Shut up, Shitoshi!
No.
I personally, in my opinion, I believe that Samir Bhavnani has some weird and disturbing fart and poop fetish, and he's like trying to work it out in his videos. Like this isn't his first time. He has made multiple videos on poops and farts, and I just personally believe that he's trying to work out some fart and poop fetish that he has in his videos, and he's just trying to work it out. Like I said, he's done this multiple times in his other videos, so this isn't his first video about poop and farts. He's done this before, which is disturbing in my opinion.
Don't do it!
leave it on that. Oops. Okay, I was gonna pause and talk about some, and then it cut to that, so I wanted to rewind and leave it on this. Sorry. But first of all, before I go into the main part, I'm listening to this with headphones on. I have to say, it's not the most pleasant sounds I've ever heard in my life. I would not if you're like going to watch this video for some reason, don't listen to it with headphones on, please. You'll thank me later. But I just want to know where Samir Bhavnani is finding these actors to do this. I mean, like, how much is he paying them to do this? He has to be either like blackmailing them into doing this or paying them a very high price to do this. They can't be I wouldn't do this for a low price. Yeah, I mean, I would have to do it for a very high price. I mean, like I said, he's either blackmailing them or he's like paying them a very high price to do this, or he's having them like sign some papers or something before they read the script and find out what they're doing. I just want to know how Samir Bhavnani is getting these actors to do this kind of stuff. And if you didn't believe that Samir Bhavnani has some fart fetish or obsession with farts and poop before, I don't know what would make you believe now, honestly. I mean, this scene is just disturbing. It's very disturbing.
I'm home.
Great, baby. I just finished making dinner. How's your day at school?
Great, Mom. My favorite professor, Mr. Shitoshi, he gave me an A on my essay.
Wow, that's great, baby. Your first A in a long time.
Did you see how his paper looked? It had, well, you could probably already assume what was on the paper. I mean, how did this kid not notice that, honestly? How did he not notice it and question it? Like, what's on my paper? And then he smells it, and I was like, oh, this smells like poop. What's going on here, Mr. Shitoshi? Can't pronounce that name. What's going on here? It's a bit weird.
See, I knew this new school was going to be a great change. How about we go hang it up in the fridge now? What? Why is it all brown suddenly?
I don't know. I think he spilled chocolate sauce or something all over it.
What? That's unprofessional. Is that what he said he did?
You know, it was kind of weird. He just handed it back to me and kept on staring at me with a smirk. Almost like a eating grin. I sniffed it earlier. It smelled like Cheetos, not chocolate.
Okay. We are, like, crossing the line here, Samir Bhavnani. I didn't think that I didn't think that you could even cross that line, Samir, but you did. I mean, Darman wouldn't even do this, and Darman would do anything for money, even convince kids it's cool to get arrested in front of your friends, or tell people that money isn't everything. Meanwhile, money is everything to some people, because like they're struggling with money and stuff. I don't think even Darman would cross that line, but Samir Bhavnani did, and I have to say, Samir, I think you need help with your fart fetish. I think you need help.
Let me see.
See?
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, Samir. What would possess you to do that, kid? Whatever this kid's name is, what would possess you to do that? You don't know what that stuff is. It smells like Cheetos. Why would you do that? Why would Samir have this in his videos? In his video? Alright. You know what? We're gonna take a small break. I'm gonna read some comments. Let's do that. The fact that Samir sat down and watched this and was like, yes, good content, really scares me. I have to say, Tara D, that's facts. That is straight facts. How did he sit down and say, this is good content, this will get likes? the fact that this video is called a life lesson is immensely disturbing. Yeah, and I forgot to mention this earlier. Thank you, Caleb. Not even gonna try that last name. Gula something. I'm not even gonna try that. I forgot to mention earlier that this video is considered a life lesson. What's the life lesson? Don't lick the brown stuff on your paper. Don't poop on some kid's face, or else he's gonna grow up mentally disturbed. What's the life lesson, Samir? Tell me. What a great life lesson. I'm sure learning to not take dumps on students' faces will help me out in the future. Yeah, I mean, like, what would those kids must have like been really disturbed before, those kids who like pooped on Mr. Shitoshi's face must have like gone through some traumatic experience when they were younger that made them grow up that way. Like you don't just wake up one day and just say, you know what, I'm gonna poop on my neighbor's face, my friend's face or something. I'm gonna go poop on the nerd's face or whatever, the neighbor kid's face. You don't just wake up and just think that. You have to be going through some traumatic experiences to like do that, and even then, that's still like crossing the line. And what's even crossing the line still is calling this video a life lesson. Samir, you need help.
Big Dean. Yes. Yes, I did take a dump on Eric's essay.
What? How could you do this to my son's essay? What is the meaning of this?
Shitoshi, how could you do this? This is cause for immediate dismissal. And you're so close to tenure.
No, he should. I mean, this guy should be arrested. This guy's breaking some sort of law. I can't really think of what laws he would be breaking, but when when a teacher takes a poop on a student's essay, and they get caught, like, they would have to be breaking some sort of law. I don't know what law, but there has to be some law out there. It's like, you should not poop on a student's essay. There has to be some sort of law like that out there, honestly.
You guys won't be filing any charges, will you?
No, but I will be having a talk with my husband tonight.
I think if word got out that a school didn't fire a teacher for pooping on a student's essay, that would be a very big lawsuit, a huge lawsuit. I'm talking gargantuan lawsuit. I mean, I would have that teacher fired immediately. I'd be like, you pooped on a student's essay, you're fired. You're never gonna get within 100 feet of kids again. You're gonna be that guy from Subway, the dude from Subway. What's his name? Jared Fogle, I think his name was. You're gonna be like him, not getting new kids or whatever. But this video is very, very, very weird. Like I said, I don't think that we even need to question it anymore. Samir Bhavnani has some sort of fart and poop fetish, and he's trying to work it out in his videos, and it's just very weird. So what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.